Hello to all of you. How are you doing? Are you all right? I've had lots of messages. I put a video up, which I'm going to show you on the end card of this, about doing YouTube, and some of you have come back and gone, I really wish I could do YouTube, but I'm not brave enough, or I'm not whatever. So in this video, I'm going to tell you, one, how you can do YouTube privately, and two, the easy way to do it without needing like loads of equipment and stuff. Okay, so if that video is for you, then stay here and let's dive into it. Now, I've always been into making videos, taking photographs since I was tiny, and I've just thrown out a load of really rubbish ones that I took of like my Cindy doll horse when I was like probably 3. Maybe not 3. I'm not sure I could operate a camera at the age of 3. But anyway, so I don't want you to miss the opportunity. If it's something that you want to do, there are ways that you can do it. So let me tell you. Oh my God, coffee in the morning, so good. So I like YouTube for lots of reasons. Now, I've got some videos on this channel that you couldn't possibly see if you searched for. They are completely private, only to me. And I've kept those because I wanted to keep a film of a certain event or a trip or whatever. Or sometimes even I've had a meltdown and I've filmed it because it gets it out. It's the sort of thing that there's other channels. Actually, I've got other channels. Maybe I should begin to share them, but they are so different to this. And so I journaled throughout my time at university, and my undergraduate degree was so hard, and it was a tricky time. And then I went on to my postgrad, which was all fluffy and lovely and totally me. And then I've gone on to what I've done since, although I haven't done a lot of that filming lately, so I need to get that up. And also there's a podcast as well. So I've got all these things that I don't really share or don't want to share. And I would encourage you, if you feel that you've got the time and the creativity to make videos and you want to, but you don't want to put them out to the public, you don't have to. Did you know that? See, when you know, you know. And when you don't know, you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. So you can make videos, you can upload them, and you can keep them completely on private. Now, I sometimes put videos on unlisted that I will then share with certain people. For instance, my book. I haven't created an audio book, but I have made some videos where I'm just reading from the book. And when people say to me, for whatever reason, they can't read very well, not necessarily because they can't read, but whatever reason, it does funny things to their eyes or gives them headaches or whatever, I can send them this little link to these unlisted videos where it's just me reading from the book. If you want one of them, let me know. Also, there's others that are just completely private to me that I wouldn't be sharing with the world, because believe it or not, I do have some private things that I don't share with the world. And so you can do that as well. And I'm not going to go into the technicalities of how to do that. It's too much. But if you wanted to upload a video, then when you click to upload, there's a little like camera icon on YouTube, and it gives you an option: unlisted, private, or public, or scheduled. But don't worry about that for now. So you want private if that's something that you don't want to upload. And even if that's just, like I say, your musings, your thoughts, your feelings, or just flipping record them on your phone and then delete them. But give it a go. So it's taken me ages to get to the point where I'm at now, where I'm really confident on camera. I'm quite happy to sit here just chatting away. I don't think about it too much. I just do it. But it wasn't always like that. When I made my early videos, I was all very presentery and, oh, hello, good morning to you. This is the BBC. Not quite. But, it's taken some practice and it's taken some doing. And I'm sure that in another 10 years, I will be completely different to how I am now on camera. And yes, I will still be here in 10 years. Why not? So that's how you can do it privately if you don't want to put it up to the world. Or you could make videos, keep them on private and think about it. And it's easy because you can change that. So you can change to me, this is really obvious information, so I'm sorry if I'm teaching you to suck eggs, but you can put it up on private, and at a later stage, if you think, no, you know what, sod it, I'm going to put that up for the world to see, you can just click and it goes public. Very easy to do. To get it out there and to get everybody seeing it is a whole other ball game. There's so much to say about that, but we're not going to go into that now. Okay, so the other way is how to do it easily, because I get, this is probably the most asked question on my social media. Do you film on your camera, on your phone? And a simple answer is yes, I do. I used to have a camcorder-y kind of thing. I've also tried my big DSLR, which I know Jasmine uses when she's doing her sit-down videos, or if she's done something particularly creative, she'll take that out, but they're big and they're heavy. So at the minute, I've got my phone sitting on a tripod. Oh, and I forgot this today. Normally this is a little ring light. This is a small ring light that you can put it on the end of your phone. Like, hang on, I'll do it so that you can see. So it goes over the lens like that. So you can imagine the actual camera bit is through here. So this bit will be towards me, and I'll show you, I'll switch it on. It's got 3 different settings of light. They're only cheap. So if you see, can you see the difference with the light and without the light? Obviously you're seeing a shadow. Hang on, let me show you this. This is technical now, isn't it? So with the light, and I'll just turn it off and you can see straight away then. Is it any different? Maybe not, because it's daylight. But in badly lit places it's better anyway, and it makes you look like you haven't got such baggy eyes in the mornings. Anyway, so I made the decision to put down the other cameras and just go with my phone, because it's good enough for some of the big YouTubers. Quite a lot of them do that. Do you know Tom Syndicate? Is a gamer. I love his daily vlogs. He's just flipping awesome. And he uses his phone for that, and he sends all the footage over to his editor and he edits them. And right, okay, so editing is a little bit more tricky. So you can, these chatty ones I'm just putting up unedited, aren't I? And if you saw yesterday's one, I forgot to switch the off button at the end. It's quite funny. If you didn't watch that, you didn't watch it all the way to the end, then why not? What was you doing with those other 18 minutes of your life? So yeah, so you, oh, crikey. So you don't have to edit them. You can just, on your phone, you can get the YouTube app and you can go straight from there to there. But generally, say if you're, it's normally, most of you are travel people. Most of you love to travel. So if you're someone that goes and travels and you want to film the trip and yet want to edit them, there is, I'm going to talk about iPhone, because I think if you don't have an iPhone, it can be, why not? Why don't you have an iPhone? Because then you can iMessage and you can send your photos through your iMessage. Anyway, I've had iPhones since day dot and I think they're great. But there's a software on your iPhone called iMovie, and you can take your clips and you can edit them and you can put them in there. Now, I went to Apple and did classes, one-to-one classes, to learn how to use iMovie. It's not the only software that's out there. There are other ones. The majority of YouTubers use Final Cut Pro, which is what Jasmine uses, and it's brilliant. But I've learned iMovie now, so I use iMovie. My coffee's going cold, so I'm going to drink that while I'm talking to you. So it isn't rocket science, but there's lots of little bits that you can, if you learn how to add this in and add that in. A lot of you ask about the music that I use. I use a subscription service called Epidemic Sound, and they, in fact, I will link them below there. It costs you, but then you've got an access to a whole library of music, and it's fantastic. So I love their stuff, and you can pick out all different genres that you want, and you can learn how to put it into that silent bit of the music and then fade it back into when you're talking. And you know, so there's all that sort of technical stuff, but it's straightforward. Just to whip out your phone. Your phone is always on you, isn't it? 9 out of 10 times, unless you're swimming underwater. And if you saw yesterday's video, you'll know what I'm on about with that one. So your phone's always there, so you're not going to miss an opportunity. And I see this all the time. We might be out walking the dog and I'll see a sunset and I'm like, oh, look at that. And I'll get it out and I'll either take it for a story for Instagram or take a photograph or whatnot. And I just think the phone, the access, it films in 4K, which, you know, you can't always get that on any video. So, you know, why not just use that? So you can use your phone, you can record on it, you can upload it to, you can edit it in iMovie and you can upload it to YouTube, or you can leave it unedited and upload it to YouTube. You can keep it on private or you can put it on public. So that's the real simple way of making some videos. I'm sure majority of you make some sort of stories or upload to Facebook or something along those lines where you have created something with the camera on your phone. So why not do it for YouTube? If that's what you want to do, then do it. And you could go right in depth. But there's people with better courses out there than me to tell you about YouTube and stuff like that. So I would recommend some actually, but I'm going to get back to you about that at a later stage. But I really would encourage you, and I think it's becoming such a way of the world now. I mean, I started my YouTube channel in 2011 for reasons that I told you in a previous video not long ago. And I'm so glad that I did. And it's so good to look back on and you think, oh, blimey, I went there and did that. And you forget little things. And as well, I'm thinking when I'm in my rocking chair at the age of 95, I can look back and go, oh, I did that. How brilliant was that? And, you know, you can, if you want to, you can keep your videos that you've uploaded to YouTube, just in case you decide you ever want to delete your channel. You can just keep them on a hard drive and then they're yours then for forever and you can look back over them. So thumbs up all round. Excellent. Anyway, I'm going to jog off now, and if you are somebody that's interested in starting a YouTube channel, just leave it in the comments down below. And then if you wanted me to try and recommend you some courses, I will. There are loads and loads of bits of free information out there on what you can do and how you can do it. And I just, if it's something you want to do, if there's something in there that you think, do you know, I'd really like to give that a go, then just what's stopping you? Why not take that first step? Like I say, you can take a first step without being committed. You don't have to be completely out there for the public to see and your 2,000 subscribers to go, oh, look, she's uploaded a video. You don't have to do that, but just take the first step and see how it feels. I'm really sorry. My camera's just completely switched off and I don't know why that happened. But I'm going to have to edit this video because I can't leave it like that. So all this me talking about, won't edit the video, and it just switched off. It's a sign. It's a sign. No, actually what I was about to say was if you feel a bit uncomfortable, sometimes you have to go through that. You'll know. If it's just a comfort zone thing, carry on. If it's not, if it's like, oh, this feels completely wrong in so many ways, I'm stressed out, I've got anxiety, maybe don't quite go there, or take little steps and take it slow, take your time. Because to get to the, well, you're never going to get there. Remember this, Abraham Hicks. You're never going to get there and you're never going to be done. It's always about the journey through life. And, you know, just do what you feel is the right thing to do at the right time. Take steps. Give yourself a break. I'm going to go now because I need to get this video up before my camera goes crazy again. I don't know what that was. How mad. Anyway, loads of love to you all. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video, which will be probably some travel news. I'm going to give some travel news, but I need to research it first. So if I can get it researched, then tomorrow's video will be about travel news, travel updates, what airlines are opening, what countries you can go to, and that sort of thing. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, loads of love to you. And if you're going to give it a go, make sure you let me know, won't you? Leave your comments and you'll see me down there and I will chat back with you. Take care. Bye-bye for now.